two. Check, check, check one. On the ones and the twos. Let yourself go. What up, what up, what up? It's Ken Dizzle. Let me change this light. The Black British Cyclist, we're here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Monday, December, bit of a pinch punch. Start of the month and all that. Winter is literally upon us. I know it's technically, is it still technically autumn? It's the season where all us outdoor cyclists start banging on about our indoor cycling, our winter training. So you join me here today on the bike, indoors. I'm Ken Dizzle, the Black British Cyclist, and I like to ride, stream my rides, talk about what I'm doing, sharing some tips, get yourself started on Zwift. Let's just get the Twitch stream started. We're also dual streaming live on Twitch, live on YouTube. Welcome to everyone joining us on YouTube. Welcome to everyone who's on Twitch. So yeah, so I'm going to talk today about indoor cycling. I'm on a Turbotrainer, so I'll tell you a little bit about Turbotrainers, the Zwift cycling app. There are other apps, but Zwift is pretty much the best one out there. I mean, that's my opinion, but I think it's an accurate opinion. I don't think you'll find many people who don't say that Zwift is the best one. There's loads of reasons why I think it's the best, and if you stay with me on today's stream, maybe you'll find out why, and you can disagree with me. If you don't agree, if there's anything you feel Zwift doesn't do better than some of the others, the other competitors, tell us about it in the comments. If you're watching live, then you're going to get an answer live. If not, I'll probably use it to form one of my short videos, or it might actually form the subject of Thursday's live. So I'm live Mondays and Thursdays at 5, and this is what we do. So thank you for joining. Just getting warmed up. Heart rate monitor is connected. I'm also dual recording with my Mi Band just to see how accurate it is compared to this heart rate monitor. Welcome to, we've already got a couple of questions in the chat, so welcome to Plant Paz. Let's go. No, it's not a race today, unfortunately. I'm just really trying to build up my endurance, get winter fit. So, and my weekend ride on Saturday, it was about an hour and a half, only like 36.5 kilometers, but it was the Keith Hill after party. So pretty much flat all the way through, but it ends with like a 4.5 kilometer hill climb at the end of it. And I was taken out. So that just means I need to get myself back indoors cycling fit. So what we're going to do, have I said what we're going to do today? Yeah, so we talk about Zwift. I'm going to get started. We're badge hunting today. So we're going to pick a route. I know what I'm riding already, but I'll talk you through it. So we're doing badge hunting, just trying to collect badges. We like to collect badges when we Zwift online. So New York extended their maps fairly recently. So there's a load of new routes on New York, and I haven't actually ridden any of them yet. So I'm going to jump onto the Big Apple badge hunt. When you first join Zwift, on your main sort of like start page, you will have a load of sort of like menus like what you can see here. So they'll always do what they promote. At the moment, it's off the map. That's what I was riding on Saturday. So you can see I've done 1 out of 3. The next down, you'll have some suggested routes that you can ride. So there's the one I did yesterday, the Libby Hill after party, castle to castle. It's just things that you can click on just to get started, like pretty quick and get going. And there's the Cheddar Gore, so there's the hill climb, which is on there as well. Any of the challenges which we're on here, you got the group ride, the robot pacer, so you can just jump on. There's a robot pacer who just rides 24/7 at a set pace, and you can just join that. There's always different riders riding. We are here, the Big Apple badge hunt. So there's 4 new routes on here, and they're all pretty much about the same. So the first 3 are roughly about an hour and around about 30 kilometers each. It's not a great deal of elevation, so between 200 and 300 meters of elevation. So split across sort of like, you know, 30 sort of like kilometers, you're talking about a 10-meter sort of like game sort of like no, yeah, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, okay, so 30 kilometers, and it's like 300 meters, so you're talking like 10-meter gain every kilometer, so not too taxing. It's probably some slight climbs and nothing really sort of like major. And the last one, which is Double Park New York, is an hour and a half, and there's like a little bit of extra elevation on that, 330. Again, nothing too taxing, although that one probably does have like a nice big hill at the end, so we're going to save that one until last. Thank you, Plant Paz, for jumping in and for the support. I will be doing a race, and to be fair, I was tempted. There's like a tiny race that's on, and it's literally like about 5 kilometers. I was like, should I do the race? I was like, no, actually, I like to start Monday with either a zone 2, sort of like take it easy, and I like to do workouts or races on a Thursday or Saturday. So you will catch me doing a race soon. Right, should we get started? We're doing green to screen. This is the first of these 4. Front fan just kicked in. Let's just turn it off for a second so you can see you got the distance here, 28.5 kilometers, 207 meters of elevation. That includes the leading. Says you should take about an hour. Now, I'm not looking to rush through here at a crazy mad speed, so zone 2, a little bit of zone 3. I want to probably have my watts at about 150 to about 180. I might peak up to about 200, maybe 250 on the hills, but that's about it. I'm just looking to get some endurance, get the legs working, but I'm not looking to take myself out at the start of the week. Right, so we get started. Too much talk, not enough riding. As always, pop the questions in the chat. This is a stream that's all about the interaction, so if you know cycling, maybe you want to share some of your tips, some of your advice, some of your guidance. If you're new to cycling or new to indoor cycling, maybe you have a question, something that you're not sure. What is that? Why have you got yellow socks on? Why does the bike change colour as you're pedaling? What would you recommend as the best indoor turbo trainer? Is there a preference in terms of the size of cassette or the type of cassette you have on your back wheel? All of those are valid questions, and I have all of those answers. Now, if I don't already have it in one of my videos, this is the perfect place to ask that question. Right, so we are off. Ready to go. Right, my companion app's not working. Let's just check this. Let's find out why. Okay, we should be good. So we're going to start off nice and light. For some reason, my heart rate monitor isn't working. Got to get this started now, haven't I? Well, shall we go? Oh, we get there at some point. Right, here we go. There. It could just be the battery. Says no signal. Connecting. Do you know what? I'm not going to worry about the heart rate monitor. I have an extra one here anyway, so it's not as if I'm missing out on my data. Sometimes you can get too caught up on everything else that's happening. Let's just ride. Let's just enjoy the ride. So, we will start off by telling you a little bit about what you can see here on the screen. So, starting in the middle, that rainbow coloured 1980s looking cyclist is me. Let's just change some views. Here we go. So, and I'm on the concept bike, also known as the Tron bike, and I've got the neon wheels, dual colours. This is the bike that you can only unlock this bike after you've cycled 50,000 meters of elevation in Zwift. So the more you ride, the more bikes you get to unlock, and it is like one of the most coveted bikes in Zwift. And if you do want to get this, then when you do join Zwift, make sure you go onto the home page, select the challenges, and you want to select the Alpe de Zwift challenge, then every time you ride, doesn't matter where you ride, any elevation you do once the challenge is selected will just slowly accumulate all of the elevation that you climb, and in no time you'll be on the Tron. You'll be picking the colour of your wheels straight away. So we go from there. Right, so this is the Tron. What else have we got? So also on the top of the screen, we start from the left. You can see all of the data metrics. This is all my power data. So at the moment I'm doing 133 watts. You can see my RPM is 86, 87, so that's the rotation of my pedals. Total calories burnt, my current watts per kilogram. And if you look at the top right of the screen, it's really light now because you're going downhill, it's like -5, -4, just where the map is. Move over across to the top centre of the screen. You've got your normal metrics that you would have on your head unit, your bike computer, your cockpit, dashboard. So I'm travelling at 50 kilometres per hour. I've done 1.9, let's change that to 2. Shazam! 2 kilometres, 8 metres of elevation climbed. And my elapsed time is 4 minutes 18. We got a ride on from P. Overden. Ride on, one of my fellow Zwift buddies. And on the right, just here, you can see that blue marker there. He's showing you where I am. That's like the rider list of everyone who's currently riding on this particular route. So there's me, K Black Cyclist. You can see my watts per kilogram, distance I've travelled. There's a little flag indicating what country I'm from, and all of the other riders in there are in order. So the ones above me are people in front. So K Yuga from Canada is currently 25 seconds in front of me. They're pedaling at 1.7 watts per kilogram, and they've done about the same distance, so they've obviously started this route the same as me. The next person behind me is 5 seconds behind me. WDE Schepper from Germany, Deutschland. Right, so that's pretty much all you need to know to get started with the screen. I mean, you can just pedal, it doesn't really matter. As long as the pedals are turning, you know that you're putting out effort. Right, I have a couple of fans, because indoor cycling, you haven't got the wind outside keeping you nice and cool. So I've got a fan to the side, I've got a fan in front. I have those connected with smart speakers. Well, to my smart speakers, so they're connected to my home automations. And I've also got a smart button here, so one press turns on my front fan. Oh, yes, breeze, yes! 2 presses turns off my side fan. And yeah, so it's just all I can say. If you've got a Google speaker, I'm about to speak. Okay, Google, turn off big fan. And the big fan turns off. And I've got both speakers, so and I've changed my Amazon speaker to the Star Trek wake command, so random people can't just set off my speaker. So computer, turn on big fan. There we go. Instantaneous. Now you can spend hundreds of pounds on like the Wahoo Headwind automated fan, but you can just get any fan, attach a smart plug to it, use it in your home automation, that you've saved yourself probably about £150 depending on what sort of fan you buy. So, fan to keep you cool, towel to mop away that watt juice, that energy that you are putting out. Does cause you to sweat a bit, so a towel's essential. Bike computer isn't necessary really, because all your data is actually being collected on the app. I do have a Garmin. I do like to have a phone on my handlebars, so I can load the Zwift Companion app. So things like activating Powerups, changing my view, taking screenshots, I can do all that on the handset. Right, and you might be wondering what that truck symbol, that little blue circle is all about. So, as you bike through Zwift, you do get Powerups. Powerups just make your ride a bit more interesting, a bit more engaging, and it will also help you in things like races or route rides. This one is called the Draft Powerup, and that will increase my draft benefit effect by about 30 seconds. Once I press it off, there's no point pressing it now because you kind of need to be drafting behind another cyclist, so lined up behind them, so you're being sheltered from the wind, and it will just add an extra increase. As we go around the route, as you go through certain checkpoints, we do get a fresh Powerup. I would like to play the game, get a Powerup. So we'll be getting a draft, truck, a feather, aero, and there's also XP. So it's like bonus points. Heart rate's still not working. It's probably just the battery. I'm not that bothered, to be fair. Normally it's bothered. Updating on this one. See what my heart rate is. 129. I'm not working that hard, am I? Right, so that's Zwift, and my bike, you can have any bike. I'm currently on a Ridley full carbon bike. Caliper brakes. Braking doesn't really matter on Zwift, but I've also got it attached to a Loretto Elite Turbotrainer. That will give me power output up to 2100 watts. So I can't put out nowhere near that amount of power. So there's more than enough power for anything I decide to do. Right. So, coming up, the hill KOM. It's only half a kilometre, 3.7% average gradient, and you can see the fastest person's done this in about 45 seconds. At the end of it, you will get a new Powerup, so I'm hoping to be able to fire off this existing Powerup that I've got, get a bit of benefit. How do I catch up S-sparring? Probably going to fire off my Powerup. My companion app doesn't seem to be showing the right location where I am. Welcome to the Twitch chat. Timmy Tim. No pictures. No pictures. As in, I'm not showing any video, Tim. Let me say. Do I have an issue? Thanks for that update, Tim. I don't know what's happening. Probably got to maybe refresh my stream key. I'm on YouTube now, Tim. You can get me on YouTube. Okay, so I better fire off this Powerup. Gonna get a new Powerup now. Oh, Tim. Okay. Welcome, Tim. So, guess Powerup. I'm going to go for aero. Oh, feather. I've got a feather. So, even though I pressed the draft Powerup, I'm not really getting any benefit. Oh, look, it's my brother from another mother. Person's got the same surname as me. Anything. To be fair, I was trying to load it on the player. Wasn't working, so maybe I should just turn off the Twitch stream. It's not working. Alright, Tim, it's good to see you, Tim. Been a bit vacant for a while. yeah, so I'm just looking to do a nice leisurely zone 2, chilling around New York, unlock a badge, gain some more XP, but more importantly, add to my fitness. I'm not sure what's happening with this heart rate monitor. I'll have a battery up here. Right, so we will talk Powerups. Powerup is best used on the hill. Draft Powerup when you're behind cyclists. Aero perfect for when you are in a sprint coming up to attack. And obviously the XP is going to give you bonus points. Let's see what question from Tim. Recovering but still about, and only just started streaming again. Yeah, I've been taking a bit of a focus on personal life, but I'm ready for the winter. I mean, the winter's pretty dull, isn't it? Grey, rainy, cold autumn winter months. What better time to focus on just enjoying cycling, get the stream on, get in with the Twitch Degens family. Right, this is all new. Oh, it's a subway. Okay, New York subway. So the London subway was so popular. New York had to follow suit. Oh, I like this. This looks pretty cool. What do you think? Have you been in this route yet, Tim? Usually just do pick and pick. High grade, soft tissue damage. Oh, Tim, that is what I did to my ankle, Tim. That's the operation I had. I damaged my ligaments on the right ankle doing gymnastics, and I left it, didn't get it checked out. Kept walking on it, kept getting worse and worse. 2 years later, I decided to finally get it checked out, and then I had to have an operation. Have my ligament reattached, so glad that you're getting it sorted, Tim. This is you've got me now, Tim. Oh, green to screen, just below the map. You can see it on the map, the little mini map, just above my head, to the left of the screen, right of the screen. And you've got this neon little subway thing we're going through. When we come out of it, there is a slight hill, so we've all used the feather on the incline. We are just enjoying rolling at a nice little pace. For some reason my map's not working at all. Yeah, I mean, I love the NHS and everything else as well, but they do take their time with the scan. I had a ultrasound first, and then a X-ray, and then an MRI. And it's the MRI that really tells them what's wrong with it, but it's the most expensive, so they want to do the other remedial stuff first, and then obviously got booked in for surgery. So you've done this route. Yeah, it's like a futuristic London Underground. I mean, I've been to New York, I've been on most of the routes. It definitely isn't a 6 train route. I do like the graffitied subway though. But you can see a Banter. Hey? What's the Zwift scribble called? It's probably named after the Zwift scribble. Okay, so we're breezing it. We've already done 7.8 kilometers. Let's call it 8 kilometers. 20.5 kilometers left to go. So we are not quite 1/3 through. If it stays as easy as this, I'll be happy. Oh, what's this? What are these things? Should I be impressing my Powerup? I have no idea what those gates were, but they looked awesome. Tim had an X-ray. They did it. Oh, was that through the army, Tim, or was that through NHS? Okay, so here's a travel AC. We've got to go up or an escalator. Should I use it on this? No, actually, I'm going to save this feather power for the hill. If you look at the map where it says screen to screen, just after the S, you can see it's where it picks up. Oh, 19%. Oh God, I really felt that in my legs. 5-second power test. Oh, if I would have known, I would have given it loads. Feels good though. Feels good. And it's really good to see that he didn't do what I did, Tim, and ignored an injury. Never ignore an injury. So there's a tip for you all. Not just for cycling, especially as you get older. If you have a little ding or a little fall or something, don't ignore it. There's nothing big or hard. Get the help you need. Whew. Oh, you know what? It does feel good though, being back, getting the adrenaline buzz, talking to the stream, and it makes you not even realise that you are cycling. Okay, so I think it's nearly time to use this power up. A little downhill now, -2. It's not much of a climb, but it's coming. 2%, 1%, 2%, 3%, 4%. Okay, so here's the climb. You can see at the top of the screen the gradient, so it looks like it's staying all yellow. Nothing too hard. 4%. Might go to 5. Just gonna fire it off now. It's counting down. I think it's 15 or maybe 20 seconds. Climbing up into the New York Skyline. Thanks for jumping on, Tim. Really appreciate it. See you soon. We'll have to jump on and do a shared ride again soon. I was nearly on yesterday. I was thinking about breakfast with the mink. So where we are now, behind this rider, this is kind of how you want to be. You have to get behind another rider. Although, I'm just going to go at my own pace. Up this hill, checkpoint, or the arch is in view. Ready to get the power up. Thanks, Tim, much appreciated. I think I was spot on about the watts I'd pull out up the hills. Heart rate's currently 150. go. Yes, the Powerup. I'm gonna go for Aero. Aero. Come on. Aero. XP, I'll take it. 10 XP points. I'm not sure what New York bridge this is, but it looks pretty impressive. And of course it's perfect. No cars, no traffic, just me, my watts and the stream. Music playing in the background. This is Monday, the 1st of December, 2025. Getting fit with the BBC. Yeah, you know me. Let yourself go. Oh yeah! Love it. This is the adrenaline buzz. The fans hitting me. It feels like I'm really outside. Get that breeze hitting me. Energy's flowing. 48 kilometers per hour. 11 kilometers traveled. 17.4 kilometers left to go. Oh yeah! Go through this little mini Arc de Triomphe. And we get a badge at the end so we get some XP. These are the sorts of things that keep you motivated. Look at that little dancing robot. I could be riding an exercise bike facing a wall or a window. Pretty boring. But instead I get to ride in a perfect virtual world. Look at those cool cars. Spectators waving me on. Tunes in my ear. And I'm on any bike I want to ride. So I'm on my favourite indoor bike. My bike is on a rocker plate, so I get some sideways movements, some back and forth. More or less replicating my outdoor ride indoors. It is hot in here though. Currently 26 degrees C. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, but I'm sure you can Google it. Right, so my weekend, some home workouts, resistance bands, a little bit of capoeira workouts, mainly for cardio and conditioning, stretching, core. I swim 5 days a week, in the morning before work, come back, get to working, finish work about 4 o'clock, prepare the stream to be live at 5, and here I am. So a big shout goes out to Tim Collins, who was with us earlier. Been riding online with Tim for probably 4.5 years, maybe 4.5 years. Another underground subway. This is so cool. This is how New York subways really look. I mean, I don't remember it looking like this. It still looks cool though, but calorie goal's been hit. And the moving goal's been hit as well. Bandaging! A little bit more about me. I'm Ken Dizzle, the Blackberry cyclist. I cycle for fun, stream my workouts, my bike rides. Outdoors, I'm cycling, exploring, maybe hit some hills, explore some gravel routes, try and capture some local KOMs, but also just trying to show the positive, friendly side of cycling, encouragement, getting more people cycling. I don't really care how old you are, how active you are. As long as you do something, and if I can help add to that motivation, that's all good. Who could moan? Ride your bike any which way you like. Up to the Kenny-Ken height. You might just like it. Don't motorbike it. You gotta push those pedals. Pedal to the metal and let's get fit. See, you just get so much energy. It's a bit tricky for me to do ride-ons because this companion app's not really working properly. I've got to go into each individual rider. Okay, so 10 seconds power. Maybe that wasn't a good idea. Okay, aero, yes, aero. Got myself before the hill. Oh. Ugh. 19%. Get some recovery now. So hot. Do an update. Hopefully that will fix it. Look how shiny I am. Dancing robot in the distance. Robot's got some skills, man. I'm interested. What do you think of this elevated bike route? This Skyline riding through New York, across the rooftops, like Daredevil, zipping through the skies like Spider-Man. Your friendly neighbourhood black cyclists. Bit of downhill. Five and a half kilometres left. This is a really good route. Gotta go. Well, maybe hot and that as well. Right, let's see if the companion that's been fixed. Any hands I can do group ride-ons again. Yes, just needing an update. Good to go again. Get these last 12 kilometres down. I'm trying to think about what else I've got on for the rest of the week. It's a busy week for me working. I'll be swimming every morning before work. I might be back on the bike on Wednesday, possibly. I'll be back live on Thursday. And I'm thinking about starting one of the Zwift workouts. So, and if I don't start the workout, maybe Thursday, whenever I can talk about it, introduce what it's all about. And all I'm looking to do really is just get some structure into whatever it is I decide to carry me through this winter, through December, all over Christmas and New Year's, through to January. And then we're just really looking for the weather to get a bit better, that frost to get off the road so we can get back out on our bikes outside, but that's usually not till about March. But I am really looking to build my strength, get my fitness up, so I can take part in a few races around about April, May, before I take my indoor break in June when it gets way too hot. And obviously, you've got perfect weather outside, so why ride inside when the weather's perfect outside? Flying cars. Flying cars are better than wank cars. What do you reckon? The worst car to have is a wank car. Wank. J-U-A-N. Right, so it's time to get a new Powerup by the look of it. Maybe not. What's it not? I'm going to fire this aero Powerup anyway, just in case. It's not on the map showing as a Powerup, but if it is, I'm going to go for feather. Feather, feather, feather. Draft. Draft it is. Thank you for watching. Anyone watching on Twitch, apologies that there's no video screen. I'm not sure what's happening there, but I am live on YouTube. Thank you to everyone watching on YouTube. Much appreciated. If you are subscribed to me, thank you for subscribing. Really do appreciate it. It's been an awesome journey. I am nearly 5 years streaming live on Zwift. 14 years on YouTube. But as the Black British Cyclist, that all started 5 years ago. I mean, I've always been a Black British Cyclist, but the persona and the rebranding of my channel 5 years ago, end of December, literally after Christmas, I was like, right, what am I doing? Let's get some structure, let's get some focus, and also, what is this online cycling thing? Looks pretty cool. Alright, subway again. Now that means I've got to do another one of these climbs again at 19%. Oh, I do love it down here though, it looks pretty cool. It's like a whole other secret world. Maybe one day, instead of just riding, I actually ride down here and we stop and we take a little look around. Imagine that though, if you had that feature. It just allows you to stop, walk around and explore some of these other worlds. Heart rate is currently 123. I know that's a chilled heart rate, isn't it? Weirdly enough though, it's something showing on the screen in terms of effort, because my heart rate's not showing. My power 666. Mark of the devil. It's on the that side. 10 seconds, 666. Demon power. Anti-bike. No, actually I'm not doing it now because I'm just going to zap myself. Maybe a little bit. Trying to wipe myself out. Temperature's still climbing. 27 degrees in the wattage cottage right now. Heart rate 138. Tap. Leaking like a tap. Ah. Right, here's the hill. So I'm going to try and carry some momentum through this 19% climb. There it is. Woo. So, Turbotrainer, it's a smart Turbotrainer, so the resistance adjusts according to the terrain. So when it does change to 19%, it adjusts the difficulty, so you do feel 19%. Bit of a climb coming up. About another kilometre or so. Those other vehicles are really cool. So futuristic, New York. Leaving London behind. It's like a stadium of some sort. working. At the bottom of this hill, there's a bit of a climb to go on. I'm hoping to build up some speed so I can carry some of this speed through, so I've got a little bit less to climb on the way back up. I could have been super tucking. I would have got to 56. A bit late now. Here we go. Brooklyn Bridge. Dancing robot up ahead. Oh, but my energy's gone again. We're on the actual Brooklyn Bridge. Might be. Heart rate 151. Coming up, yes, power up. Heart rate 153. Five and a half kilometres left to go. Brooklyn Bridge, baby. Not feeling good, not feeling really good. So we have done more or less the bulk of all the climbing for this ride. So we do a ride summary, a route summary. So course review, green to green, one of the new routes in New York, also part of the New York Route Badge Challenge. This is the first of 4 in that group, so all 4 are around about 30 kilometres. This is the shortest of the 4 at about 28.5 kilometres, I think. Around about 200 metres of elevation, maybe just a little bit shy. It's relatively a flat route. We're really interested to look at, especially if you've ridden Zwift before. Some nice new bits of background scenery to take in. I really enjoyed the subways, the underground. As you go down to the subway, really old-fashioned architecture, the green tiles and the really fancy ceilings. Dancing robots all around, hover cars, lots of elevated sections as you go through the New York skyline. And the only bit that really hits you quite a bit is every subway you drive down or ride down, obviously you have to roll up again. So going up the escalator is about 19% gradient. So brace yourself for that. Another one coming up now where you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. This will be the last one. So 4 in total. Anyone who's on stream or watching this, if you're from New York, ooh, breakdancer. You probably recognise this and recognise the station. Although this route takes you to Watopia, apparently. So here are the subterranean levels. Pretty cool, yeah? So yeah, and going round at about, I'd say I'm on average pace, maybe averaging about 150 watts. Should do this in about an hour. Faster riders will probably do this in about 45, maybe even 40 minutes if you're sprinting around. And if you're taking it even more chilled and leisurely, then you could be looking at around about 90 minutes or so. You know what? You can take as long as you want to go around. It doesn't always have to be a race. Enjoy the beauty of cycling. Happy in the fact that as your legs turn, you're doing goodness to the body, whether that's just general fitness, calorie burn, staying healthy, keeping the heart nice and healthy. What we do. Oh, so there's another power reading coming up, but I think I'm zapped for the day. I must have enjoyed these last 3 kilometres coming in. That was my ride summary. I would definitely do this ride again. From the look of it, I will finish in about an hour. So a nice solid 60-minute ride. We'd like to guess how many calories you think I've burnt in this hour. Pop something in the chat. Live watchers, you get an instant bonus prize, 1,000,000 BBC points. As always, you can spend those in any imaginary shop of your choice. Treat yourself. Get yourself something nice for the weekend, eh? Courtesy of the Black British Cyclist. To be fair, I'm happy leaving my PR as 671 for the year and 437 for 90 days. Give us something to work towards beating again, won't it? That's nothing to write home about. I'm free. Leaking. There's going to be another climb as I exit this subway area. Oh, 19%. I'm not looking forward to it. Maybe I can make it into a clippable moment. I could pretend that I'm not expecting it and it just hits me. I reckon. I'm Ken Dizzle, the Black British Cyclist, and you can find me here Mondays and Thursdays, live at 5 GMT. I'm either cycling at workout, it could be a Zwift race, I could be just chilling, zone 2, getting myself prepared for the weekend longer ride. I do chats, take questions, fun and banter as we're riding through Zwift, getting fit. This is my winter workout. Outdoor cycling becomes a little bit non-existent here in the UK. It's way too wet, way too cold, frosty and icy, and with the weather being so dark, not really safe either. So we take our bikes indoors, indoor cycling on our Turbotrainers. Nothing hard at all, he says, as a 19% gradient comes in front of him. And it's always as easy as this. So if you like to have a little bit of a laugh, see someone struggle on the bike as they're getting fit, maybe get a few tips and tricks, you can join me Mondays and Thursdays at 5 or on a weekend. What? Let's go! So the last kilometre or so until we end this, a chance to fire off this last Powerup. Hopefully do it behind his Cyclist in front. Maybe not. Keeping the beat like this. So this was a great ride. Lots of energy at the start. Energy's kind of fading now, but I'm ready to eat. We're ready to eat. So the Zwift calories on screen say they've done 408, but as my heart rate monitor is not collected online, it's obviously not accurate. Garmin's always accurate, and the Garmin's got me at 536. It's about right, usually about 600 for an hour's work. Might finish exactly on an hour actually. That dude's got my cycling kit on. You're wondering what the spotted jersey is there. That person's got the fastest time on this route. They have a KOM, so they're wearing a KOM jersey. Let's fire off this Powerup so we can get a last one as we go through. Then we will wrap up with a bit of a 10-minute cool down. All that's left for me to say is thank you for tuning in. Really do appreciate it. If you haven't already subscribed, I do really appreciate if you can hit that subscribe button. It means other people get to enjoy the beauty of the Black British Cyclist and his crazy online Zwift streams. I'm going for Feather. We've got a badge. Okay, XP. I'll take the XP. 250. 10. So another route done. So more XP for completing that route. We will be on level 62 in no time. 1 down of 4. Join me on Thursday when I'll be doing route 2. It's about the same distance. Again in New York. I'm Ken Dizzle, the Black British Cyclist. All I've got left to do is wipe off the sweat from my keyboard. Get the keyboard to work. Maybe. It's too wet. Too much what juice. Okay, thank you for watching. See you again soon.